A very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I would like to thank Dean Sir, Head of Department Medicine, Superintendent, all senior neurologists and respected doctors. Today I am going to present a talk on definition of seizure and epilepsy and ILE 2017 epilepsy classification. So let's start it. Have a look on this video. What is it? My question is, all paroxysmal events are seizure. Is it true? So answer to this question is no. One of DD for paroxysmal event is seizure. Then what is seizure? The seizure, this word came from Latin word. Definition is the transient occurrence of signs or symptoms due to abnormal, excessive or synchronous neuronal activity in the brain. This definition has two parts. First is clinical one that include signs or symptoms, and second one is pathophysiological that is abnormal, excessive or synchronous activity in the brain. Signs or symptoms of seizure is also called as semiology. So what are the different types of seizure? Provoked seizure, unprovoked seizure and reflex seizure. So acute symptomatic seizure refers to seizure that occur at the time of systemic insult or in close temporal association with documented brain insult. The time window is important. The time that is within 1 week of stroke, brain trauma, anoxic encephalopathy and intracranial surgery, if seizure occurs, we call this provoked seizure. At the first identification of SDH, during the active phase of CNS infection and within 24 hours of severe metabolic derangement. What is unprovoked seizure? It refers to a seizure of unknown etiology as well as one that occur in relation to a pre-existing brain lesion or progressive nervous system disorder. In case of pre-existing brain disorder, we should know the time window. That is about 1 week. After 1 week with brain lesion, if seizure occur, we called it unprovoked seizure. Reflex epilepsy are the epileptic seizure that are triggered by specific external stimuli or internal cognitive process. Examples are primary reading epilepsy, startle epilepsy, hot water epilepsy, photosensitive and eating epilepsy. Despite of fact that the seizure are provoked in the reflex epilepsies, these are considered epilepsy because if the seizure threshold were not altered, these precipitant would not typically cause the seizures. So various terminology, we should know this terminology before coming to classification of epilepsy. What is semiology? Semiology is the signs or symptom of seizure. What is focal? Focal means if it is originating within the network limited to one part of brain, one hemisphere. What is generalized? Originating at some point within and rapidly engaging bilaterally distributed network. Awareness means knowledge of self or environment. What is the meaning of motor, which we use in classification of seizure? It involves the musculature in any form, consists of increase or decrease in muscle contraction. Non-motor means no motor activity is not prominent. Aura, a subjective ictal phenomena that may precede the seizure. Tonic means a sustained increase in muscle contraction. Clonic means jerking, either symmetric or asymmetric, that is regularly repetitive and involves the same muscle group. Tonic-clonic means sequence consisting of a tonic followed by a clonic phase. Atonic means sudden loss or diminution of muscle tone without preceding myoclonic or tonic event lasting 1 to 2 seconds. Myoclonic means sudden brief, involuntary single or multiple contraction of muscle or group of muscle. Myoclonus is less regularly repetitive and less sustained than clonus. Myoclonic atonic means generalized seizure type with myoclonic jerk leading to atonic motor component. What is myoclonic tonic-clonic? One or few jerk of limb bilaterally followed by tonic-clonic seizure. What is epileptic spasm? A sudden flexion, extension or mixed extension flexion of predominantly proximal or truncal muscles that is usually more sustained than a myoclonic movement. Generalized tonic-clonic, bilateral symmetric or sometime asymmetric tonic contraction and then bilateral clonic contraction. Sensory seizure, a perceptual experience not caused by appropriate stimuli in the external world. Unclassified means refer to a seizure that cannot be described by ILD 2017 classification either because of inadequate information or unusual clinical features. Emotional seizure presenting with an emotions or appearance of having emotion as an early prominent feature. Cognitive, related to thinking and higher cortical function. Automatism, more or less coordinated motor activity usually occurring when cognition is impaired, resembles a voluntary motor movement. Autonomics means alteration of autonomic nervous system function. We know about the absence seizure. Absence seizure, typical type, sudden onset, interruption of ongoing activity, a blank stare, and typical 3 hertz generalized epileptiform discharges on EEG. Absence atypical, absence seizure with change in tone that are more pronounced than in typical absence, or onset or cessation is not abrupt. And EEG finding is also slow, irregular, generalized spike and slow activity. Eyelid myoclonia, jerking of eyelid at the frequency of at least 3 per second. So what is epilepsy? Epilepsy is the disease of brain defined by any of the following condition. At least 2 unprovoked or reflex seizure occurring 24 hours apart. Second, 1 unprovoked or reflex seizure and a probability of further seizure similar to the general recurrent risk, that is at least 60%, after 2 unprovoked seizure occurring over the next 10 years, and diagnosis of epilepsy syndrome. This definition has 3 parts. First part is 2 or unprovoked seizure. If patient is having 2 or more unprovoked seizure 24 hours apart, then we will call it epilepsy. Second part is 1 episode of unprovoked seizure and with risk of more than 60% recurrence rate, then we will also call it epilepsy. And third one, first episode of seizure but fulfilling the criteria of epilepsy syndrome, then we can call it epilepsy. For the 1 unprovoked seizure, generally accepted risk factors are abnormal neurological examination, history of status epilepticus, post-ictal thought paralysis, strong family history, abnormal EEG. Most of patients with 1 or more of these risk factors should be treated. Why we take a cutoff, 60% cutoff? After 2 unprovoked seizure, the risk of third by 60 months is 73%. Range is 59 to 87. That's why 60% as a lower end of confidence interval for the recurrence risk has been taken. What is epilepsy syndrome? It represents a complex of clinical features, signs and symptoms, specific EEG finding and MRI finding that together define a distinctive, recognizable clinical seizure disorder. For example, focal epilepsy syndrome like mesial temporal lobe epilepsy with hippocampal sclerosis. In this case, patient have a specific focal seizure related to temporal lobe. EEG finding suggestive of focal discharges over temporal region with MRI finding suggestive of hippocampal sclerosis. This form the syndrome called as mesial temporal lobe epilepsy with hippocampal sclerosis. So what is epilepsy resolved? Epilepsy is considered to be resolved for individuals who had an age-dependent epilepsy syndrome but are now past the applicable age, or those who have remained seizure-free for the last 10 years and no seizure medicine for last 5 years. So these are the hypothetical cases. A 25-year-old woman who has 2 unprovoked seizures 1 year apart. So is it epilepsy? Answer is yes. This person has epilepsy. 65-year-old man had a left middle cerebral artery stroke 6 weeks ago and now presented with an unprovoked seizure. 1 episode of unprovoked seizure and history of stroke. Is it epilepsy? Yes. Because with a seizure in this time relation to the stroke or brain infection or trauma, what literature says suggests that the high risk of recurrence rate in seizure. So that's why we called it this patient, even with the 1 unprovoked seizure, we will call it epilepsy and we will treat this patient. A 6-year-old boy has had 2 seizures 3 days apart while playing a video game involving flashing lights, and there have been no other seizure. EEG shows an abnormal photoparoxysmal response. Is it epilepsy? Yes. This boy has epilepsy according to new definition, even though the seizures are provoked by light. 25-year-old man had a seizure with a face twitching when falling asleep at the age of 9, 10 and 11. None since. EEG at age of 9 demonstrated centrotemporal spike. This is the case of benign epilepsy with centrotemporal spike epilepsy. So, is it a case of epilepsy resolved? Yes. For this young man, epilepsy is no longer present because passing the relevant age range of an age-dependent syndrome. Because in case of Rolandic epilepsy, patient becomes seizure-free after second decade. So, coming to classification of epilepsy, ILE revised the classification of epilepsy in 2017. The purpose for classification is for to make the easy clinical diagnosis and to use the transparent language. Use the words that means what they say. This classification is the 3-level classification. At level 1, they classified according to seizure type. On the basis of onset, they divided into focal onset, generalized onset and unknown onset. At level 2, if they fulfill the criteria of epilepsy, they again subdivided it into the focal, generalized, combined focal and generalized or unknown type. And if they fulfill the criteria of syndrome, then we will call it epilepsy syndrome level 3 diagnosis. At every level, we should look for the etiology under these 6 headings: structural, genetic, infection, metabolic, immune and unknown, and also look for comorbidities. So, level 1, seizure type. Diagnosis at level 1, the clinician should identify the patient should have the one episode of epileptic seizure, and seizure type then classified based on the initial manifestation of seizure as a generalized, focal or unknown. The old term like simple partial, complex partial, secondarily generalized has been eliminated. So, what is focal? Originated within the network limited to one hemisphere. It can be spread to the other part of brain. Generalized seizure is originated at some point within and rapidly engages the bilaterally distributed network. So, generalized seizure further broken down into motor and non-motor seizure. Focal seizure are further subdivided based on the level of awareness, whether with focal seizure with intact awareness, focal seizure with impaired awareness or unknown awareness. Additionally, focal seizure are subgrouped into motor or non-motor motor seizure based on the signs and symptoms at the onset. The term focal to bilateral tonic-clonic is used to describe a seizure that begins focally but then spread to engage bilateral network. Additional descriptors for both generalized and focal seizure may be added based on the specific motor and non-motor symptom. These are the common descriptors, but descriptors do not define the unique seizure type. This is the basic version of classification of seizure, ILE 2017. We already discussed how to classify focal seizure on the basis of clinical signs and symptoms, and this is the extended version of ILE 2017 classification. We already discussed the various terms like atonic, clonic, epileptic spasm, hyperkinetic, myoclonic, tonic, non-motor onset like autonomic, behavioral arrest, cognitive, emotional and sensory. So, like this, we can subdivide the focal seizure first on the basis of awareness, second on the basis of clinical signs and symptoms, motor and non-motor onset. Same criteria used for generalized and unknown onset. Epilepsy type, level 2 classification. If level 2 classification based on seizure type, if patient fulfill the criteria of epilepsy, again we can subdivide patient on the basis of onset into generalized epilepsy, individual with generalized seizure with generalized spike and wave, or generalized paroxysmal fast activity on electroencephalogram. Focal epilepsy, individual with focal seizure with focal or multifocal discharges on interictal EPG. Generalized and focal epilepsy, this term should be used for epilepsies that have both generalized and focal epilepsy. This category includes several epilepsy syndrome, particularly Dravet syndrome and LGS. Interictal EEG may show both generalized and focal or multifocal discharges. Unknown, this term is used for epilepsies with seizure in which it can't be clearly determined whether onset is focal or generalized. Key example is epileptic spasm, which may appear generalized despite being caused by focal lesion. The term unknown should be used in an individual who present with generalized tonic-clonic seizure and normal examination, but whose EEG and neuroimaging is either non-informative or unavailable. This is the instruction manual given by the ILE 2017, which is used for the classification of seizure type. It is available on website, which includes the all definitions, all criterias and abbreviations, which is used for the classification. So you can search it on ILE website. So at each level of classification, one should look for the etiology under this 6 heading: genetic, structural, metabolic, immune, infection and unknown. The old term like idiopathic, symptomatic and cryptogenic were eliminated. Genetic etiology is defined when the epilepsy is the direct result of known or presumed genetic defect and seizure are the core symptom. This category includes the syndrome of idiopathic generalized epilepsy. Now it called as genetic generalized epilepsy. The examples of childhood absence epilepsy, juvenile absence epilepsy, juvenile myoclonic epilepsy, generalized tonic-clonic seizure, in which there is strong evidence from the both family and twin studies. Other genetic cause may be associated with intellectual disability and poor prognosis for seizure control include Dravet syndrome, PCDH19 related epilepsy and Down syndrome. Structural like congenital and acquired causes, metabolic like glucose transporter deficiency, creatine deficiency syndrome, immune mediated like Rasmussen encephalitis, NMD encephalitis, infection like HIV, neurocysticercosis, malaria, tuberculosis, unknown. The term unknown has been replaced the term cryptogenic, and it means nature of underlying cause is not currently known. All type of epilepsies with normal imaging and no documented genetic, metabolic and immune or infectious etiology are included in this category. The epilepsy of unknown cause are common, accounting for approximately 1/3 of all cases. So, in some cases, there could be the combination of two etiology. Like in focal seizure, cause is tuberous sclerosis. Etiology could be structural as well as genetic. Same with GLUT1 deficiency, etiology will be genetic and metabolic. The combination of etiology could be present. The comorbidity, at each level of classification, patients should evaluate for comorbidities. All epilepsy at any level of diagnostic framework have the cognitive, psychological, behavioral comorbidities which may impact the quality of life even more profoundly than the seizure. Infantile spasm syndrome predict significantly greater risk of intellectual disability and autism spectrum disorder. So level 3 is epilepsy syndrome. Epilepsy syndrome represents the complex of the clinical features, signs and symptoms that together define a distinctive recognizable clinical seizure disorder. Some syndrome highly correlated with single specific etiology like SCN1A variant in Dravet syndrome, and some other may be due to the broad range of causes like LGS. Level 3 epilepsy syndrome it further subdivided according to the age group. In neonate, self-limited familial and non-familial neonatal epilepsy, early infantile developmental and epileptic encephalopathy, which include early myoclonic encephalopathy and Ohtara syndrome. In infancy, it is divided on the basis of epilepsy type. First, focal epilepsy type. Second, generalized epilepsy syndrome. Third, focal and generalized epilepsy syndrome. And fourth one is syndromes with development and epileptic encephalopathy, which include the various type of epilepsy syndrome. Same with childhood and adolescent, adulthood and variable age group. These are the various group of epilepsy syndrome based on the focal epilepsy, based on the type of onset like focal epilepsy syndrome, generalized epilepsy syndrome, focal or generalized epilepsy syndrome, or syndrome with developmental and epileptic encephalopathy. So, one developmental and epileptic encephalopathy. What is epileptic encephalopathy? The term epileptic encephalopathy applies to epilepsies with encephalopathic feature that may present or worsen after onset of epilepsy. This means ongoing epileptic activity adversely impacts cognition and behavior above and beyond what can be ascribed to the underlying etiology if one is present. What is developmental encephalopathy? Many etiology for epileptic encephalopathy also result in cognitive slowing and regression independent of epilepsy. And move toward gene encephalopathy. Gene name encephalopathy, example is KCNQ2 encephalopathy, can be used when genetic pathogenic variant of major effect is identified. The term benign is replaced by self-limited for the epilepsy in which spontaneous remission is likely. Pharmacoresponsive for those in which there is high likelihood of rapid control with medication. Pharmacoresistance, the term is replaced with malignant and catastrophic. The example, the woman awakens to find her husband having a seizure in bed. Onset is not witnessed, but she is able to describe bilateral stiffening followed by bilateral shaking. EEG and MRI are normal. Classify this epilepsy. So according to new classification, this seizure classified as the onset unknown, tonic-clonic. There is no supplementary information to determine if onset was focal or generalized.
Amrit, your 20 minutes are over.
In an alternative scenario of case 1, EEG shows a clear right parietal slow wave focus. MRI shows right parietal region of cortical dysplasia. In this case, seizure can be classified as focal to bilateral tonic-clonic despite the lack of observed onset because the focal etiology has been identified. The same child as in last one, 22-year-old man has a seizure during which he remains fully aware with the hair on my arm standing on edge and feeling of being flushed. These are classified as focal aware non-motor autonomic seizure. So while searching meaning of seizure, what is seizure, I got this video, very meaningful video. So have a look on this video.
Knowledge is power.
Seize him. Cut his throat. Stop. Wait. I've changed my mind. Let him go. Step back 3 paces. Turn around. Close your eyes. Power is power.